Hello, gardening enthusiasts. Welcome back to your channel. Today, we're diving into the wonderful world of tomatoes, one of the most beloved and versatile vegetables you can grow in your garden or even in containers. Have you ever wondered how to grow your own delicious tomatoes at home? Well, the secret lies in selecting the perfect variety. Think about what you want from your tomatoes and the specific location, whether it be a garden bed or container where you plan to cultivate them. Are you after large, meaty slices for sandwiches? Then consider beefsteak. Want something sweet for salads? Cherry tomatoes might be your pick. If you're making sauces, Roma tomatoes are a great choice. Remember, each variety has its own unique size, flavor, and disease resistance. Choosing the right variety is the first critical step towards growing flavorful tomatoes. Now let's move on to the actual planting process. The key is in the soil. Tomatoes thrive in well-draining soil that's rich in organic matter. So start by adding compost or well-rotted manure to your garden bed or container. Aim for a slightly acidic to neutral pH level to keep your plants happy. Next, we're going to plant the tomatoes. Dig a hole deep enough so that only the top few sets of leaves are above the soil. This encourages a strong root system. As for spacing, leave about 18 to 36 inches between each plant, depending on the variety. Finally, let's talk water. Tomatoes need consistent moisture, especially during the growing season. Water at the base of the plant to prevent diseases. Remember, tomatoes like a good drink, so aim for about 1.5 inches of water per week, adjusting based on weather conditions. Proper planting and watering set the foundation for your tomatoes' success. As your tomatoes grow, they'll need some care and attention. One crucial aspect of this care is providing your tomatoes with support. As they grow, tomatoes can become quite heavy and may begin to sprawl. To prevent this, use stakes or cages to keep your plants upright. This not only helps support the growth, but also makes it much easier when it comes time to harvest your tomatoes. Now let's touch on pruning. Pruning is a method used to improve air circulation around your plants and increase their exposure to sunlight. This can help reduce the risk of diseases. You'll want to remove suckers and lower branches, allowing your plant to focus its energy on the main stem. Lastly, let's talk about fertilizing. Feed your tomatoes with a balanced fertilizer. Balanced fertilizers are formulations that contain roughly equal proportions of the 3 primary essential nutrients required by plants. These 3 nutrients are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. It's often suggested to fertilize tomatoes at planting time and then periodically throughout the growing season. Be careful though, too much nitrogen can lead to lush foliage but fewer fruits. So, always follow the recommended guidelines on your chosen fertilizer. With these best practices, your tomatoes will be on their way to a bountiful harvest. Whether you have a sprawling garden or a small balcony, tomatoes can be a great addition. Growing tomatoes can be tailored to your space availability. If you're working with limited space, container gardening is a brilliant option. Choose a large container, fill it with quality potting mix, and ensure proper drainage. This way, you can control the soil quality and easily move your tomatoes to catch the best sunlight. On the other hand, if you're blessed with a garden, planting tomatoes directly into the ground can yield a bumper harvest. The key here is crop rotation. By changing the location of your tomatoes each year, you minimize the risk of soil-borne diseases and nutrient depletion. But remember, whether in a container or a garden, tomatoes love sun, regular watering, and a little bit of TLC. No matter where you plant them, tomatoes can thrive with the right care. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for, harvest time. Knowing when your tomatoes are ripe for the picking is key to enjoying their full flavor. Look for tomatoes that are firm and fully colored. They should give slightly when gently squeezed. If you've chosen a variety like the heirloom Brandywine, Sun Gold, or San Marzano, you're in for a real treat. But it's not all sunshine and ripe tomatoes. Gardening can come with its own set of challenges. Tomatoes, like any other plant, can fall victim to various diseases and pests. Early detection is vital. Be on the lookout for signs of common tomato diseases like blight, wilts, and leaf spot. If you spot any, don't panic. There are many effective ways to manage these issues. How about prevention? Well, good garden hygiene is your first line of defense. Space your plants adequately to improve air circulation, water at the base to avoid wetting the foliage, and consider mulching. This helps to prevent soil-borne diseases by creating a barrier between the soil and the lower leaves of your plant. And remember, pests like aphids, hornworms, and whiteflies can also pose a threat. Introducing natural predators like ladybugs into your garden can help keep these pests at bay. Regularly inspect the undersides of leaves for signs of infestation. For an eco-friendly approach, consider using neem oil or a garlic-based spray to deter pests. Companion planting with basil or marigolds can also help keep unwanted visitors at bay. With your diligent care and our tips, you'll soon be enjoying your own delicious tomatoes. And there you have it, our comprehensive guide to growing tomatoes. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting, tomatoes are a rewarding and delicious addition to any garden. Remember, a healthy garden is a happy garden. Keep a close watch on your tomatoes, practice good gardening habits, and you'll be rewarded with a bountiful harvest. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, happy gardening!